Hello to the TUC meeting on 28th of November. We have to review the action items from last week. We don't have any update this week. Somehow Thanksgiving availability. So I didn't get any feedback from the Paket working group. I will try to organize for the next week. Most probably people were out because of Thanksgiving. And we'll look in any other business, so we don't have any PRs to review. At least I didn't find any this time. So let's start looking into other actions from last week. We don't have any. So we can directly jump to any other business. So I added some topics. The first one is about the implementation of the RFC we accepted about inactive users. Here I had some progress. So I had a meeting with Stephan, and we tried to find out the APIs which we can use from the org management to get the list of contributors and the list of users having any role in our community. So basically this we defined in a discussion, and the POC which is here basically can calculate the users which are inactive. So there is a function here to calculate the inactive users. I decide to use the API, the GraphQL API, which basically gives the inactive users in an org, where you have to provide just the org name and org ID, and then you get a list with users, and you have there the information whether they were active or inactive in the defined period. So the period is also here configured. So basically, if you execute this one, you will get the users which are not don't have any role in the community, so which would be deleted, so to say, and also users with role in the community and they are inactive. So we have around 18 users in the community which have role, but they are inactive. And we have around 470 users which will be deleted if we execute the RFC. The next step is to create, to implement the issue creation here. That we open an issue to notify the users and basically make this product production ready, execution ready for us, and create a GitHub action. Write some tests. Any comments?
We'll take a look later. Yeah, we'll take a look later, but I'm having technical difficulties. My computer is halfway through onboarding onto this other company thing. It's all chaos, but I will take a look later.
Okay. Thank you for doing this, Beyhan.
I also a good opportunity for me to learn Python. I never did Python before. That's why I have to, optimize the code at the end, but it looks good for now. Okay, then we can go to the next point in any other business. We have some PRs to promote users, and they are open for quite a long period. I don't know. I tried somehow to ping the people, responsible people in the PRs, also provided some information about the promoted people, their contributions, if this was missing. Somehow there is no activity in 2-3 PRs, they're open. One of them after, we can, I think, Amelia can help there.
Oh no, yes, I'll look.
But we have 2 which are staying for a longer time. Sorry, Stephan, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, it's sometimes a bit difficult if, let's say, it just hangs because a workgroup lead does not respond, and it's maybe our task to ping them. And but if the owner of the ticket does not react anymore on questions, I would simply close them after a certain amount of time, and they can be reopened. There's no question. It's a ping to them, to the owner of the ticket to go on, or maybe lost interest or whatever else.
Yeah. So, okay, I can do 2 things then. Ping the owner of the PR, if it's still relevant, and try to reach out to the Git over Slack to the working group lead. Because I tried in the GitHub pull request until now, maybe notifications get lost, which happens. And then if I don't get any response back, we can close. Yeah. We can shortly go over the PRs in the meeting, and then. Okay, let me put this down. Okay, and I was looking into the open issues we have. We don't have so many, but I think we maybe have capacity to address one next issue. I would suggest if we decide to look into an issue to be this one about users which are not managed by our automation. So users who've been added to a repository manually, and they have access to both those repositories. I think this is still an issue because our automation does not clean up such users. If
yes, we need a separate job, maybe again via the GitHub API to clean up and then have it run regularly and delete any individual user on the repository and allow only teams.
Do you think that we have capacity to look into this now in the next? Or...
Good question. I mean, it also has a lot of side effects if we delete. So maybe we announce it now and say we do it beginning of next year, because I'm afraid that pipelines and some work groups really still depend on this. I mean, the rules are clear. We do not need RFCs or anything. It's legacy for sure.
Yeah.
The alternative would be to ask the workgroup leads to do that manually, but that's easy for the small working groups, maybe easier than waiting for an automation. But up runtime interfaces with, I don't know, 100 repositories, it's no fun.
Anyway, we need automation, right? Like to enforce this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can give me an action item. I can write up something in Slack to warn at least my working group, and then we can share it with other working group leads to make sure there are people know, because I know there are some groups in my working group that rely on this. Guilty. But now there's a way with the admin, we have like an admin override now, right? And so
Yeah.
I don't think there's any reason we should be relying on this anymore. There's workarounds for all the use cases that I know about.
Yeah. Okay. You got it. Uh, okay, sounds good. Yeah, it sounds like a plan. Is there anything else to discuss?
I have a new email address, so there's that
Okay.
thing. So yeah, people maybe want. Can I get an in? Or I think I can add myself probably with the old email address. The new email address. But yeah, that thing is currently happening. So the integration is happening.
Presumably VMware email addresses will continue working for some time.
I think they're being forwarded for a
Yeah.
while, but I'm also in another call getting information on that specific topic as we speak. So it's all happening.
Is there something on the FIPS side to add, Ruben?
Let me think. So we have a PR that's with the ability to build FIPS themselves. That's being reviewed, and we have an upcoming conversation with Canonical about further steps and further alignment. But I don't think there are any. I think it's going okay. I don't think there's any particular things that we need from the TLC at the moment.
Okay, if we don't have anything else, then today a short meeting. And take care, enjoy the day or evening, and see you next time.
Okay, see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.